Hello and welcome to the morning sports briefing here on Friday, the 30th of October. Yes, the weekend is almost here, folks, and what a weekend it is going to be. The Rugby Championship and the Six Nations are both in action this weekend, along with the Mitre 10 Cup, obviously, and it's the grand final of the Farah Palmer Cup. So lots of rugby going on this weekend. Plus, I'll also look forward to the State of Origin opening game. We've had the sides named for that. The Vuelta a España has controversy in its sprint finish this overnight, and the Tour de France will be announcing its route as well. What else? Oh, and also in the cricket, we had a hat trick in the Plunket Shield yesterday as well. And we'll bring you up to date with the latest golf action over in Bermuda, or in the Bermuda Classic as well. So busy day. This is your best way to start the day up to speed with all of the important sports news. And yes, let's kick off with that cricket news then. And it's in the outer oval at Eden Park. Kyle Jamieson took his first hat trick since under 15s, with a wonderful final hat trick ball, which pitches well outside off, comes back in. The batsman shoulders arms, think it's going to go past, and it clips the top of off stump, and we just see it cartwheeling away. So really a good bowling there from Jamieson for the Auckland Aces. Having a quick look at the state of plays in that one. Auckland all bowled out for 167 in their first innings. They replied by bowling Central Stags out for 150, so only a lead of 17 even with that hat trick. But they're now on 198 for 5 off in their second innings, so looking in control, or looking at taking control in that game. Over in the Northern Districts versus Otago Volts, and boy, this is a one-sided affair. Northern Districts racked up 335 in their first innings and bowled the Volts out for 179. They're 119 for 1 in their second innings and looking in control of that game. Over in the final game, then Wellington Firebirds were bowled out for 115. In reply, Canterbury have scored 315 for 5. So as long as they can get their 10 wickets today, they'll pick up the victory in that one. So 3 cracking games going on there in the Plunket Shield. Moving on to the Vuelta a España, and the winner of the stage isn't the rider who crossed the line first. So Sam Bennett crossed the line first in what was a flat sprint stage. But in the final kilometre, he is seen shouldering out a rider twice who is trying to get into his sprint train. That action was deemed to be dangerous, and therefore he got demoted from first place, which meant that Pascal Ackermann, from Bora Hansgrove, won the stage. Already differing opinions coming out as to that result, and I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that during the day. And then we'll move on to other to the main race. Over in the general classification, no change there on the sprint stage. Carapaz ahead of Roglic, ahead of Dan Martin, and Hugh Carthy are the leaders in that one. On Sunday evening, that'll be French time. We'll be having the Tour de France will be presenting its 2021 route. This normally they do it on a Thursday, with people there. This time, due to COVID and due to the lockdown that is happening in France, they are going to do it on TV instead, and announce it that way as to what the 2021 tour will look like. Lots of expectations that the 22-21 Grand Tours, the Tour de France, Giro d'Italia and Vuelta a España all will stay within their own borders, obviously due to the issues of crossing borders with COVID and the uncertainty all around that. Moving on to golf then, and the Bermuda Championship is underway. It's in its first round, and Tim Wilkinson is our solo New Zealand representative in that. He is currently tied sixth in this opening round, but it is very, very early stages. He is currently at 4 under par. The leader, Peter Malnati, is at 8 under par. Tim is through to the 10th hole there, and we wish him obviously good luck in this tournament here, where I think we're using it as a warm up for the Masters. In a blow to golf in New Zealand, the New Zealand Golf Open has been cancelled for next year due to the uncertainty. Normally, it would take place in February, but they've cited the uncertainty around the pandemic and financial risks announced through have cancelled it. So the 102nd one now will be held in 2022 between the 17th and 20th of February, a year later. Moving on then into the rugby, and we have had the All Blacks and the Wallabies have announced their squads. Pretty settled squad from the All Blacks. A couple of players missing due to paternity leave, expecting their wives to give birth soon. So we're missing Ardi Surveyor and also Nipo Lualala in that one. About to say, otherwise, a pretty settled squad here from the All Blacks. Bowden Barrett at the back, Geordie and Caleb Clark on the wings, with Antonio Brown and Jack Goodhue in the centre partnership. Richard Mwanga and Aaron Smith in the half-backs. Hoskins Tutu comes in for Ardi Surveyor, with Sam Kane and Sharon Frizzell in those Lucies. Sam Whitelock returns after the head injury to partner Patrick Tuipulotu in the engine room. And we have a front row of Tonga Fassi, Dane Coles and Carl Tuanakafi. Moody missing out due to the head knock in the last game. Yes, a settled side for the All Blacks ahead of the Splendour Cup game. Not so much so for the Wallabies, though, who have suffered another injury with James O'Connor being ruled out, which means now that we have a new 10, 12, 13 combination. Noah Oleseo will come in to the 10 jersey, and he'll have his Brumbies teammate Arai Simone in the 12 jersey outside of him, and then Jordan Pataya will be in the 13 jersey. So a brand new combination there. Dame Helena-Petty also comes in at fullback to replace Tom Banks. This is a very inexperienced side. 10 of the side have got 5 or less caps each. Yes, a real big learning curve for these players. As everyone says, cloudy but not cold up in Auckland. Something similar down here in Hamilton as well. So yes, folks, have a lovely day today with that weather. Over in the state of origin, and Queensland have named 8 debutants for the opening match in that one. I'm sorry, I'm just about to sneeze here. Whilst the Blues have had their run up disrupted by injuries as well. So going to be an interesting opening state of origin. All those debutants, not known for won't have known or been sides that have lost in recent years, and that the Maroons have faced. So we'll see if this gamble pays off for them in this one. You are now up to speed with all of the important sports news. Have a wonderful Friday, everybody. The weekend is almost here. I will be at Auckland's game at Eden Park this Saturday. Stephen will be up in Northland at the Mitre 10 Cup game, and I'll also be at Battle of the Bays, down in Tauranga. So 3 games will be covering at the Mitre 10 Cup this weekend. Do like the New Zealand Sports Radio Facebook page for all the post-match interviews and coverage that we bring you from those games. And enjoy what is going to be a cracking weekend of sport.